coaches and analysts have major decisions to make. What are we opening up for trade? It's Echo now on the play, blue side, banning out the Diggy, the Estes, and the Glue, while Blacklist take out the Cho, the 1-1 in the Eve.
I just want to say one thing. Echo, they're showing full respect. The Blacklist International, their first pick, they're banning out the Estes as well as the Diggy, because if they can always make sure that they're getting Oheb as well as Haji, the only way that they can be saved is having a little bit more HP. So getting that out of the way, I really feel like Echo has broken the code. As long as they can sustain long in the fight, then it's GG, because Wise can be in front all he wants. We really don't care. Oheb and Haji is not there, we're gonna win. But sacrificing the Fredrin, they're getting the Fredrin for themselves and letting go of the carry. How do you feel about this?
I feel like it's a risk that Coach Treb and Tick are willing to take.
Wow.
And now even the Farsa is out of Sanji's hands. But they have a response just as quickly.
Oh my
this
God.
This is
my God.
Echo showing preparedness, showing momentum, showing courage.
And showing they know what Blacklist is going to go for.
Yeah, just like how Blacklist, or my Venus specifically, is ready for that Estes ban, Echo seems to have a play out of their playbook as well.
There's so much to play with now if you're Echo, right? It's insane. Fredrin first pick, the carry was responded with. That was a good pick by them. But then, hey, Echo banned the Estes and the Diggy. Usually you'd see the Kaja here. Kaja was open. They also answered that backline threat that Blacklist have with their own. Here, in the Lapu Lapu, they can dive. This is such a good composition already for them, and you can see what they want to ban next. It's Barats. Every single time, they understand who to ban for. In game number 1, it was Venus who was targeted. Game number 2, you can see a mix. Now, they noticed, hey, we picked up a hero for Wise, and he hasn't picked up a hero in the first phase. It's time to really go down and ban him out.
How do you feel about this Coat Lafell Wise, who's confident in winning the M4 World Championship again, because he's the only one who didn't use any assassins. He has 1,000 confidence, but how is that going to come into play here? Because that's a lot of non-assassins being banned out, specifically the Barat, and then his Fredrin's taken away from him as well.
I think what he's really trying to convey is that I don't bend towards the meta bend towards me. That's why he's really confident, because people can tell him all day that, oh, the Ling is good, Hayabusa is broken and everything like that, and he's like, sure, but my name is Wise. I choose what I want to play. And now, looking at Barats and Akai getting banned, what is he going to play? But I will say, I'm not actually looking at Wise to really change the game. If he does, then that's great. I'm actually looking at Edward, because I kind of feel like Edward is the key going up against this kind of draft, seeing the Kaja, seeing the Lapu Lapu, seeing the Fredrin. He should be the space maker and the initiator for Blacklist International to make sure that Oheb and Oh My Venus have optimal way to actually go into a fight.
Thing is, Blacklist International, they've tried that, right? They gave Benedetta a playmaking hero to Edward. In the second game, they gave him Glue to buy a little more time. Play as a distract. Oh no, sorry, Joy, my bad. Distract, right? But it didn't work both times. Now, what's open for him is that Benedetta, right? Wise is going to pick up that box share first. I was actually thinking the Valentina in the jungle. We haven't seen it in a long time, but with the Kaja having that Divine Judgment, it's a good ult to take. Benny still wants to play that Brody, knows that up against the carry, he actually has a bigger advantage here compared to last game in terms of just laning.
If anything, since the Valentina is not banned, might go into the hands of Echo, but it looks like Coach Treb and Coach Tic-Tac are reading into it. I think they're afraid that Bonchan and Massive Basics are ready for it. Because again, it's wide open, right? But you need a good level of burst to make Echo's lineup work.
I think the better option here would be the Lilia, right? You get a bit more sustainability. You already have such a good composition to dive in, but it does seem like they... Whoa!
Whoa!
Nope, not the Valentina, not the Lilia. They want to go in.
Dude, it's like, let's end this game as quickly as possible.
They want to go in.
Dude, I'm loving this. Okay, so Edward picks up the Yuzong. And again, this is what I want to see, because he has to be the one to dictate the fight. He has to go in. But man, oh man, the burst, Kaja picks up anyone. You got the Gushin, you got the Brody. Okay, here's the thing. I love the draft. Works or not, I love the draft.
Yep, this is a throwback to about 2 or 3 months ago when MPL Philippines, MYID were in Season 10. Gushin was a hot pick. Gushin went through a career renaissance, was picked right out of ranked games into the pro scene, and here it looks like Echo are going for match point with it. Will they be able to do that? Blacklist have a solid lineup as well. Signature picks all across. What's this Yuzhong gonna do in the hands of Agent Zero? Is that enough of a instrument, of a tool to draw a line straight into the backline? Because what's the backline even for Echo? It's just Benny.
Dude, honestly, I kind of feel like it is enough because just make sure everyone is close enough together because you're just trying to distract. You're letting everyone else do the damage.
We'll see how fast Echo can go and how Blacklist answers back. This is Game 3. This is for the M4 World Championships.
This is the first Gushin pick in M4 too, right? Fun
Yep.
fact. Hey, right during the break, when it was the analyst segment, me and Leo, we were talking about it. We were like, hey, Echo in Game 3, they got a 2-0 lead. What are they supposed to do? Don't experiment too much in the draft. But here they are, experimenting in the draft again. In the world, at the world stage. My dude, this is insane. It's Gushin's debut.
I fully trust Coach Trev and Coach Tic Tac and Echo, all right? They're putting on a show for us.
No, I mean, like, it's an experiment in our eyes.
Yes.
They probably trained this for quite a while because, again, looking at Blacklist, look at what happened game number 1. Look at what happened game number 2. They kind of just forget about Wise. They forget about Oh My Venus, and in a sense, they forget about Edward as well. As long as you get Oheb and Haji, it's all right. You probably don't even mind if Sanji dies if you can get both Haji as well as Oheb. So this is fine. And again, looking at Edward, I'm still looking at him to kind of carry because what he has to do is to start a fight, collect everyone together. That's it.
And they're going to be able to do that, but at the midway point, because again, you're also waiting for Oheb. You're waiting for this carry to hit a power spike, because it's a tough way playing a carry into a Brody.
It's very tough. The laning here, the matchup is not good for carry at all, right? You're going to be zoned away from your mini waves constantly. You need your Lolita or your Roamer, your jungler to help out to break that freeze, and right now you're seeing that, right? Oheb is already getting zoned out of his own lane. The Brody has so much to say, and this is where Echo have been utilizing Benny QT's stellar M4 performance. They're always playing around the gold lane, but now it's a turtle.
Oh, and also the XP lane. Look at this. Sanford and Sanji pressuring Haji and Edward. Lower, turtle very low.
Wow, Carl TZ steals it away from Blacklist International like it's nothing. Just walks up like a Chad and uses the retribution.
I just gotta say, because we didn't really see, because we're looking at the turtle, I want to talk about the micromanagement of the wave, because Sanji, he sacrificed his own wave, and look at his Yaoi engages.
Divine Judgment of the Petrify from Sanji. Now to the Mount Blast, gonna be popped in here, but Yaoi's gonna be able to get away from that one. Not for long as Wise is able to find the kill back. A Roamer traded in for the mid laner. Still, Echo takes the trade.
LaFell, you were saying?
No, I'm just saying, because during that fight, Yaoi didn't even dare to go close to the turtle because he was already at level 3. Sanji, with the Gushin, went to the EXP lane, absorbed some of that minions, while Yaoi secured the entire minion wave in mid, allowed him to get level 4. And we just saw the engagement there, but I want to talk about how Carrie's having a difficult time. It's going to be more difficult now that Yaoi already has the Divine Judgment, so Oheb, he had the bad time before, it's going to get worse.
Oh, and that's why I think King Wise and Queen V are going ahead alongside Haji. So again, they're leaving Agent Zero here to make the best of this dead lane against Sanford's Lapu Lapu. We're about 30 seconds and a quarter away from Turtle. Once more, Echo got that handily. There's a lot of burst coming in from the Orcas, giving them a 300, 400 gold lead. And in terms of items, is that enough? Oh, there's a pull!
That's the Divine Judgment, and that's all the damage placed on. Benny not going to use the torn apart memory just yet. That was a flicker burned in by Venus, and that's a W that Echo want to take, those small dubs.
Yeah, and again, as we said, you're already setting up your own playstyle. Get the level 4 as quickly as possible. Sure, it was slightly delayed because they went for something in mid, but now you can see they're putting a lot of pressure onto Blacklist International. This is what they've been doing. They're making sure that Blacklist can't stay long in their own lanes. They can't stay long in front of the turrets because they're setting things up. Yaoi is still here. Even if he doesn't go in, just the mindset of I could get engaged is very very terrifying.
Oh, Black Dragon form already. Break it out.
It's on to Carl TZ now. And as you can see, Carl TZ is going to be targeted down, but a lot of damage. That's going to be the Razor's Wrath to buy a little bit more time, but he will be slain. Sanji finding Venus. Haji going to be the target right now. Sanji jumps into the Petrify as well. That's a double kill for the Gushin at M4. Sanford knocked out with a Furious Dive. Yaoi going to be able to dodge away right there from the skill shot from Edward, but Edward's going to be targeted down now. Sanji looking for it, gets it, and it's a triple kill. Unofficial, but still a triple kill for the Gushin that's making its debut on the world stage in the grand finals.
And this propels Echo about 1,000 gold ahead, and it's just back to business. Carl TZ making quick work of this turtle.
Honestly, in that team fight as well, Oh My Venus had a very good shot of using the Numinum Blast, but then gets cancelled by Yaoi, pulling him to the side, saying, no, my team can't handle itself. And Oh My Venus engages on Yaoi, and Yaoi escapes that, using the flicker. But again, it's all right, because Echo, they're in control. Even in the team fight, they're micromanaging everyone's skills, everyone's ults, to make sure that they don't get punished, to making sure that the Orcas are always going to be the one getting those kills.
And because of that pressure in the bottom lane and the relative absence of Blacklist from those responses in the bottom after the turtle take, they got pushed up bottom. Oh, it's a fight up top.
Haji gonna be stunned up, hands up for the airstrike. Sanji gonna be taken low, taken down, shut down by Haji. But Haji falls as well. Sanford!
Oh my God!
With the famous Slayer! Jumps in, flickers forward. He knows exactly what he was doing. He finds 2 on the board. Not even the observers can believe it.
It's going ham up top for the House of Highlights. And Sanford just as quickly rotates down bottom. Wise, they're not done with him, they're still going!
The torn apart memory slays Wise as they pick up the tier 1 in the gold lane. 3,000 gold lead.
Conversion through the roof for Echo here. They're taking trades, they're taking bodies, taking turrets. Now 30 seconds away from the turret. Where does Blacklist find an angle for a comeback?
Okay, now we're looking, Oh My Venus is gonna get punished.
Now you see him, now you don't. 2 members disappearing from out of nowhere. Oh, have dealing damage on the Sanford, who's still going to be able to get away for a bit. Shutdown picked up, and Blacklist International strike back.
So what I saw just now, and I kind of think of the same thing, Blacklist, they got to stay inside the jungle of Echo because they need to apply pressure and they need vision. Now they don't have both because, again, we talked about it before the game even starts, how Echo is playing. They're pushing one lane, try to get 2 turrets, and then, before that, Oheb gets caught.
Here, Carl TZ going to be able to find that. Oheb falling in the gold lane. Carl TZ backing off. Edward still wants to commit with a Petrify and the Furious Dive. Now Sanford on the back line, getting the stun down, but not going to be able to find it just yet. Haji with Wings by Wings and the flicker out. Benny going to be caught here, stunned up and taken down. Sanford jumping in again. Wise still soaking all the damage in. That's going to be Saji though, who comes in out of nowhere. Coming in again onto Venus. Not going to be able to find it just yet. Wise still able to get out for a bit with the shield unity, and he gets to safety. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Blacklist.
All right, so there's a clapback. Blacklist, given that Echo had to split up their priorities. Turtle says Carl TZ, no, fight, they say, and they're still going.
Sanford again! Jumps in, finds Haji. Oheb trying to melt him down, but it's not going to be enough as he is actually able to dish it the damage out. Oheb now going to be targeted down so low. He flickered out of there, but he's still going to be caught. Yaoi finds the Divine Judgment. No commitment just yet. Echo decide to pull back.
All right, touche. We pull a treaties for now.
Yep.
8 minutes in, 3K ahead Echo. What's the item game looking like?
The item game is just showing Sanford. He only has the Bloodless Axe as a damage item and the Dominance Eyes just for armor. But again, looking at that, Sanford really should have died. But because Dominance Eyes now lowers the attack speed of your opponent, so Oheb doesn't have maximum attack speed at that point, and he just out-heals Oheb.
Oh man, you can see the carry is just so behind. Corrosion Staff, Golden Staff, he needs that with the nature, but he also needs an Athena at this point, right? There's so much damage output that Echo can deal, and Blacklist are just not ready for that kind of dive.
Yep, it looks like Echo evolved their strategy from Game 2, wherein it's not the amount of damage you have, it's where you put it, given the skill shots that Echo have to get in to be able to get these kills. Now 13-6. It just shows that they are playing off of momentum.
Oh, look at this. Oheb
Gonna be stunned up, gonna be taken down by the torn apart memory. Flicker out by Benny QT is wise, and looking to re-engage with Edward as well. That's a stun coming in. Benny still able to escape, and he breaks the entire team. The petrifying the Furious Dive connecting on a Benny QT. And Xiaohui jumps in. Benny's still alive! Gold easy, tossed them up. It's a double kill for Sanji. Echo Philippines, the house of highlights.
And it's just Oh My Venus left. It's as free a Lord as it gets for Echo. Barreling on forward, 5K ahead. LaFell, how does Blacklist come back?
Blacklist did everything right. That was not a mistake. Like, they managed to get Medicutie. Medicutie dashes away. He still got caught. And Blacklist, they still lost. Yaoi was able to pull Edward away. Like, again, it's not that Blacklist. They did the engage wrong. They did everything right. And it still wasn't enough. That's very discouraging.
This breaks the whole concept of the metagame that is box-centric, and it's all about geometry because Echo aren't playing with any clear lines here. They're playing from a point-to-point basis, right? Yaoi point and click, Sanji point and click, Benny point and click. Carl TZ is the only one really setting up where Echo can fight, and they always find the right places.
I honestly don't understand how Sanji keeps getting the hits as well, but right now Blacklist fights back.
Oh, they find a kill onto the jungler. Carl TZ gonna fall. Yaoi looking for a re-engage as the Lord marches down in the bottom lane. Sanji picking up the tier 2 in the mid lane. Blacklist International micromanaging the waves properly, getting it down. Still, 7,000 gold lead for Echo. Wise opening up the map. Gets the shield unity down, but will be caught on Divine Judgment. Venus coming in, helping his jungler. Now as Benny QT is going to be able to get petrified down. That's going to be Sanji who finds the unstoppable in the back lines with Sanford as well. The San duo on the back line. Wise going to be targeted down. Sanji not able to connect just yet. You held your breath there. Edward now running away. Yaoi still dishing the damage out. Sanford comes in again. And Benny with the follow-up to finish him off.
That sword spike was about an inch away from Wise. If Sanji had it hit, would have been over for King Wise. But that doesn't change the fact that this Lord, Luminous Lord, coming up in about a minute and change, should be lethal. Oh My Venus drops. The Luminous Blast is still going.
That's going to be the Feather Airstrike onto Yaoi. Still going to be able to get out. Athena's shield popped in with Immortality as well. His torn apart memory will be thrown out. Sanford falling to the hands of Oheb as he is able to find that kill. But it's just a 1-for-1. Echo decides to back off. Base turret still up, except that top side.
So in the defense, Blacklist had their priorities split up. Take down members of Echo, clear the waves. Something's got to give. That's that inhibitor up top. That's permanent damage.
Yeah, right now, Echo, they've already set up their checkmate because the Lord is going to come up. That is going to be something that Blacklist have to contest. Now the question is, can they even contest it?
And LaFell, to add to that, it's in the long lane. It's in the opposite lane that Lord is in. It's very clear, it's inevitable that Benny's gonna try to do the same thing.
I mean, we talked about this. This is how they play. They set up the map to their own favor to make sure they have multiple ways to actually win the game. They can win through a team fight. They can win through getting Oheb, through getting Haji, or just going straight, beeline to the king, dropping down the base itself. So this is beautiful coming in from Echo. It's more or less the same thing, but executed in a different way.
They're playing with inevitability. Echo have played to a brilliant situation right now. They're 7K ahead. They're making easy work of this Lord, and Wise checking in. V pulls the conceal.
They've committed a lot of resources here. That's the on blast, not finding anyone. Yaoi looking for the Divine Judgment, able to find Wise as they try to burst down the Lord. Lord to be secured right now. That's going to be the winner's crunch in by Sanji to buy a little bit more time again. Benny!
Wise
Got it! With the flicker again to find a torn apart memory. Yaoi's looking for more. That's going to be the Petrify and the Furious Dive used up. Sanford jumping in with Bravest Fighter. Oh my god! Sanford! Benny! Sandy called TZ Yaoi! They keep styling on Blacklist!
That's 4 for 1. Lord as well going over to Echo. They're gonna push bottom lane, and they are going to threaten the game end. They catch Oheb!
Again, under the base. Oheb very low. It's match point for Echo!
The world champions have never been pushed to the limit, not like this. Echo Express are pummeling on through. They are at match point.
Here's the thing, man.
What are we watching?
We're watching history. defending champions. Will they be able to defend? Because again, it's not like reverse sweep doesn't happen. It does happen. Even though Echo, it looks like they're very oppressive, it's not game over because again, we've seen time and time again. In fact, M1, reverse sweep happened. It can still happen here, but I gotta say, as an analyst, I'm watching the game 1, game 2, game 3, they're more or less the same. Go to one lane, grab 2 turrets, set up the checkmate. In all 3 games, Echo is able to set up the checkmate.
Just honestly, what was that? Every member, I know we said this, we've been saying this, but seeing it in the grand finals where all 5 members are in form, where all 5 members know exactly what to do at every given minute, it is a sight to behold. Echo